All right, guys, how's it going? Let's see if we can show you how these blocks work. So, on my car, I've got them installed right now. So as you can see, they just mount right on the top of the bumper ledge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them all out. They just pull right out. See? And then I'm going to show you how they support, or how they need the support without them. Without them there, how much support is actually needed. So if I pull back and kind of down on the ledge, you can see how it flexes in. And it'll rattle too. So like if it compresses and you go over bumps, you get that rattle. And you can see all that movement in there. And I have CR stops too. I've got all of the CR trunk stoppers, and it's definitely not enough with, high-speed downforce. So with it open, I've got these CR stops here, and the one that mounts right there. And then these bumpers are the actual CR bumpers. They have to drill and mount. They don't support from the lid pushing this way inward. So that's one of the advantages of the blocks, is they support better. So as I take them, they're just blocks, and I put one right here, close to pushes back against the edge. Then the next one I line up right here with this part of the interior part. So I'll put it right here. Then the next one we line up right here. Right there, you can see this push pin is off center too. So don't let that fool you. And then the fourth one I put here. Now, if I didn't have CR stops, the CR bumpers that are here, I could make this full one length rubber block if I really wanted to. But I leave a space between here to accommodate for the CR stop. As you can see, it's kind of discolored on the paint right there where it touches, maybe. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is. So that clearance there and there is spaced for the CR bumpers, which with these being so firm, they really don't, the CR bumpers really don't even touch the bumper anymore. So as you can see, they sit pressed down on this shelf here that the bumper is mounted to, and then they push to the back of the body here as well. So they support the trunk lid with this wing when it cantilevers back and kind of pushes in on the lid there. So I've got it set up where my latch is a little bit tight, so I have to sort of slam the trunk lid to squish these blocks, hold them in place. And they hold the lid tighter by being able to compress. I know there were some questions about making them out of Delrin or making them ABS or 3D print them, rapid prototype them out of plastic, but they need to compress. So when the lid is latched, it's compressed, and they hold them in place and it doesn't rattle. With plastic, I think from the shock over curbs and stuff like that, I think it would eventually start clearancing itself on the trunk lid. So if I shut it like that, it doesn't close. It doesn't latch. So I need to slam it a little bit, get it past, and squish the blocks in. And now it's latched, and now it's just like, I don't know if you can be able to see this, but it is absolutely rock solid, and it can't compress anymore. And one of the issues I had is that the lid moves this way too with the wing and over curbs and G-forces and stuff. And it'll close this gap right here, and the little lid slides side to side, and it'll close that gap if you don't have the CR blocks to stop it there. I'm not sure what any other questions you had. Anyone had. There really isn't much to this other than that. So you can see I'm fully leaning on it, and it does not move or compress anymore. Before, I'm gonna open it back up. Without the blocks and only the CR stops, the lid was compressing shut so hard from downforce that you can see the trunk was contacting there on the corners of the lid here, was contacting right there and compressing in right there. So it doesn't do that anymore at all. There's another stop right here on the corner, and I've always thought this was kind of weird that it actually rests on the actual taillight right here, and that just doesn't seem supportive enough for that. But these blocks being so firm and supporting the lid, it doesn't really put much pressure on that anymore. So I know there were some comments about bumper sag and stuff like that, and where it's mounted, they don't really, there's no way for the bumper to sag with this shelf here. I could see if you didn't have it, you'd have more problems with the taillights being pushed down on the housing, and maybe the latch issue or something like that, you know, with it rattling and compressing down. But with these blocks, it doesn't do that. And they contact right here, right in here, here. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Here, and here, and then the back part of the ledge pushes in, so the wing, it supports it with the wing. So probably not doing a very good job explaining how this works. It's actually really simple, but that's it. So I've got my latch set up where I've got to kind of slam it a little bit to get it to latch, and then it's like nothing. It does not move, man, at all. I can't get it to trunk lid to flex in at all. I mean, I'm hanging off of the edge of it. Before, without those blocks, the trunk lid will actually flex in enough and kind of compress in enough where the wing will flatten out pretty close to a degree, but now it doesn't. So this, another advantage to this is it's going to keep your angle of attack more consistent. So that's it. Any more questions? Feel free to ask. Bye.